Hi guys, so for those of you that know me, you obviously don't need a introduction. However, for those of you that don't, I am actually Mackenzie Madison. I'm 26 years old and I am from the fraud team over at Bolton. And I've been with Shop Direct for just under 4 years, and that 4 years is actually this November. Now, I started Shop Direct being like an average Joe and doing mainly existing, and obviously I am quite openly somebody that battles with mental health, and that is something which I aim to share with you a little bit more over the next few weeks, just to try and break down that taboo that is mental health, because I believe it is the last great taboo of our society. And this video is mainly a thank you, and that thank you goes out to anybody that has ever crossed paths with me within the business. And that's because I don't believe there's any such thing as a self-made man, and that's partially due to the fact that I believe we're made up of little bits of everybody that's ever had such a kind impact upon ourselves, and that makes us who we are. And going from somebody that's battled quite severely with a number of things, it's allowed me to develop as a person, and it made me realise who I am and who I am to be. And it's also made me realise that I am on a journey, and that I would walk my own path, and that I would create my own destination. So I've got to say a massive thank you to all of those at Shop Direct and Shop Direct as a whole. And for me, that is something which is quite a big thing for me to say, because being with Shop Direct and over the last 2 years, the partnerships that they've had with charities has allowed me to realise my own potential. It's allowed me to find a passion and a focus as to what I want to do, and that is make a difference. And that came in the unfortunate loss, for those that do know me, was due to the loss of my nephew, and that was Oliver Nuttall. In late 2015. Now, Oliver came into our lives very briefly, and he was born with half a heart, and he was dealt with via Birmingham Children's Hospital, and he passed away. And although I had lost a younger brother in the past, this was something which hit me on many levels, and it made me realise that no matter how small or how short a life, that you had that ability to touch others. And it made me want to go out there and make a difference, and change my life and live my life for him as such, and do all that I could do, and run for those that can't, and run for those that never had the chance to do so. And I've not been a runner. I took up running in 2015, and I booked my first marathon in May 2016, and that was for Alder Hey, which resonated quite a lot with me. When I set a challenge which I didn't think was possible, I pushed boundaries and comfort zones which I didn't believe I could overcome. Obstacles were put in the way, and I went out training ungodly hours, and that was in the skimpiest little shorts you can imagine, and spending endless hours in fraud. And that can sometimes be from 4 AM in the morning over the peak period, dressed as a nun, to being there till 11 PM at night on some occasions. And 18, 90-hour weeks became the norm to fund what I was doing, and I love being part of that team that is the fraud department, and the kind of make it what it is. And with these challenges being self-funded, it's required a lot of determination, and determination I didn't think I had. And that again comes down to the fact that Shop Direct has allowed me to realise what I want to do. And so Clare House and also Alder Hey have made me realise that I have my own issues which I need to work through, and running has allowed me to do that. So on that front, that's why I want to share a little bit more about that with you, and rather than just write it down and put it into words on paper, I feel it needs to come from me. And I just want to say a quick thank you to James Heath and the team, and everybody over in Fraud that has put up with me coming in and just sharing endless stories about these marathons, and not shutting up, more to the point. A thank you to Marion from Aintree for allowing me to reach out to them and change a few of the outlook that people had on what I was doing, and having a massive impact on me personally. And also Jennifer from e-commerce and And things like that, they allowed me to go outside my comfort zone once more and actually public speak for the first time. Again, something which I didn't feel was for me, but developed me a lot more so than, I would say, than jumping from a plane at 15,000 feet, which from somebody that's done that on numerous occasions, again in 2016, pushed on and spurred on by that tragedy that was the loss of my nephew, it made me realise that what I can achieve. And although I still have self-doubt, and that goes into each challenge that I put myself into, and that's because there's a new challenge faced at each point, I just want to say what an amazing thing that all those at Shop Direct do, and that's partially because being amongst such amazing and inspirational colleagues made me proud to work for the company, and being on the new Clare House site and that amazing difference that you guys have made by donations or by giving your time and things like that has actually been awe-inspiring. It's made a difference to me. It's made a difference to all those different children's lives and their families, and that should be something that each and every one of you are proud of. So yeah, that was mainly it. A thank you to Clare House and Beth and Jessica and the team at Clare House, which have allowed me to carry on doing what I'm doing. And also, I wanted to share, I think more to the point, a quick poem which a girl, I believe, is called Ava, so please forgive me if I'm wrong, but she shared a poem which actually touched a nerve with me, and because it came from the children themselves, it made such a massive difference, and that tangible difference that has been made. So we've seen the first phase, we've seen what that dream was, and we've allowed Clare House to make that dream become a reality and make a difference to many children. And that isn't just now, it isn't just next year, it isn't the year after, it's for however long that may be, and that is legendary. It's kind of, you've been part and parcel of something which is absolutely amazing. So I wanted to share with you her poem, which I won't do it any justice in all honesty, but I believe it's something that is worth sharing, so here goes. Now let me tell you about this amazing place. Whenever I come here, I put a smile on my face. My little brother has faced health issues since he was small, but whenever we come here, we all have a ball. They look after George and help my mum and dad get some rest. We know when he comes here, he's looked after by the best. From my point of view, I've made so many mates, and we all understand each other, and the fun times we have is great. We go on fab trips and learn lots of new stuff. It helps us forget when times they get tough. I love that my brother can come here and have fun. I can honestly say Clare House is second to none. Sometimes are hard, and I've been upset and I've cried, but that's all been made easier with Clare House by my side. So I want to say thank you to Clare House and Shop Direct from me and my family. And that, I think, resonates with me. A thank you to Clare House and Shop Direct for everything they've allowed me to kind of want to push myself to do more than anything, and giving me that opportunity by partnering with these amazing charities is finding that drive and passion of where I want to go with myself, and the well-being change that I'm seeing a change across the business and what they're wanting to achieve, and mixing with colleagues like myself who have such inspirational stories, and that makes what I'm doing worthwhile. It makes all those hours, it makes all the injuries, it makes all the tears and the blood and the sweat and the panic and the stress all worth it, in all honesty. So the main thing was a massive thank you, and that I don't think you'll ever understand as to how much of a difference that makes. So here on out, you'll hear from me hopefully a bit more regularly when I get myself out of these struggles, but thank you.